G'day guys, and welcome to How to Play the Club Pro Way here at Carbrook Golf Club.
We are standing here on the 10th hole. It's a nice little dogleg right, kind of around a big pond. We're looking at about 340 metres. It's a really kind of strategic hole. Off the blue tees, it's quite hard to have a crack at the green unless you can hit a really big fade. So I guess the safe way to play is just straight up the middle and play from there.
Oh, very nice.
Tiger line. Perfect though, I think.
That was my baby draw.
All right, so we've hit a pretty good one off the fairway. I always like to try and play, I guess, a little bit longer through the corner. I just find it opens up the green a little bit for me. I don't have to come over the bunker. I know if you have the ability to hit it that bit further, definitely the way to play.
So we've got quite a bit of wind at the moment, sort of, you know, off the left, off the tee, but now obviously as you get to approach wind, almost kind of straight behind.
Yep.
Wet surface, anything different that you do, given that the floor's a bit wetter than the normal and we've got wind?
I'm really just trying to make good contact here. I find because I don't spin it enough that my ball actually dips out of the sky a little bit. So I've actually gone more club, but I'm just going to try and hit it softer, just play for par. It's a bit of an awkward number.
Yep.
Yeah. That is a bit long. Safe though.
All right, so 57 metres, and honestly, mate, that was not the line. Like, there's no way you're trying to split this little bit of fairway.
Yep.
But because I take drive, I do get wave when I do get that.
Yeah, when you hit that weak right, you've at least got enough to carry that, but probably
Correct.
not enough to get in the water.
Exactly
So
right.
that's why we take that club, I guess, off the tee.
Well, similar to what you had, the only thing we got, obviously wet underfoot, probably a little bit too close to the green for what I'd like, and downwind.
Downhill.
So I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to go with my 54 degree with the goal of maybe landing short and trying to bump it up. I just feel like if it lands on the green, it's not going to hold.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So there you go. Play percentage.
See how we go.
Pretty good. Skipped up just on the front. We'll take that every day.
We'll take it every day.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, a little bit long on the second shot. Just an awkward number, I guess. So play the percentage. I don't really want to be in the bunker.
What I find quite interesting, this is a spot where a lot of players, I feel, make a critical mistake.
Yep.
But we've spoke about this coming up with one club. I see you've got two there plus the putter, which is awesome. So I assume you're thinking...
Yeah, I'm thinking I've got 56 and pitching wedge. I probably could have got away with an 8 iron. But I'm really just really into the wind. I don't really want to throw it up there. So I just want to get this on the ground, let it run out like a putt.
So what club are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with pitching wedge, bump and run style. Probably should have been 8 iron, but I'm more comfortable with the pitching wedge.
Yeah, that's nicely done into the wind there, mate. It looks a little right to left.
Not a right to left, wind's obviously up again.
Well, that's hurting going off the other way. Do you think you take that into consideration, the wind? Like we are quite
I think
open.
we're pretty out in the open here. I think you kind of have to take that just a smidge.
Yeah, so
smidge
maybe
into account.
I was looking a ball right lip, but maybe just half a ball.
Yeah, it depends on your
the wind
speed
kind of
and
holds it up.
Yep. Did just break a little bit on you?
Pulled it just a little bit.
Easy par.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking pretty straight here on this one. It may sneak a little to the left, but I don't see a lot there.
Yep, solid.
I'll take that little up and down to start the day.
In this sort of wind, absolutely.
So we are now on the 11th hole, notoriously one of the hardest holes on the golf course here. Currently playing 150 metres. It's blowing about 30 k's straight back into us off the left at the moment towards the river. I guess that's really the defence of this hole, isn't it?
And it's just about the worst possible wind. If you ask any member that comes out here, the one wind you don't want into coming off that sort of 11 o'clock where it's blowing back up the river. Saving grace, middle pin at least, so there's some space to work with. The bunker's been removed, which is probably a handy factor, so probably worth noting. So, mate, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so 150 is normally 8 iron. I've actually gone all the way back to 6, more just because I want to be able to take the speed off my swing to kind of stop it ballooning up in the air. So I really just want to control the flight.
Takes the spin off.
Pretty straight, yeah.
Sweet. Mate, best of luck.
Here we go.
That any good?
Yeah, if it's the right number, it's very good. Flushed it over the back, haven't I?
I see you've gone over the back or in the hole for one. Wow.
I think
that was
hit it too good.
That never left the flag.
Hit it too good.
Maybe the wind's not.
Yeah, it just felt like it died down a little on me.
Yeah, I
knocked it too good under the wind there.
Off the back of yours going a little bit long, I'll just try and see if I can smother a little 7, I think. Try and hit the old, try and get something a bit lower.
That is also a very nice ball flight.
Bit short,
Got the
I think.
legs. Just short, right.
Just a touch. Mate, I'll take it in this wind.
Yeah.
Go find it and carry on.
We'll be right
so
after
it's
this
not
one.
all glamorous for how to play the club pro way.
Thanks for coming. Low and 30 and coming in sideways.
Oh, how good is golf, to quote Paul Gow. All right, so, mate, overshot the green. This would, even myself, mate, this would put the fear of God in most. Like, not a shot I would want. So we're going uphill onto a green where the pin or ball runs down the hill and we're downwind.
Yep.
Mate, talk us through how you playing
Yeah,
this.
I've gone 60 degree. I just need the loft, obviously, to get it up and try and get a bit of stopping power. I don't really want to have to bump it. I just want to land it on the green and just let it release down, hopefully give myself a putt for 3.
And I suppose a factor that we should consider, and maybe this would be more your morning golfers, but it's raining, it's wet.
Yep.
This would be the equivalent of having dew on the ball.
So, so not a lot of spin.
Yeah, so, and that makes it much harder, really.
Yep. So yeah, we'll try and land it up. I think I've hit that pretty good.
I think you've hit that fairly spectacularly. All things
run out a little.
equal, I think you're pin high in about 2 feet, so that is pretty solid.
All right, so pretty good miss here for you, DB. Obviously, you're watching mine go long, just scared you, went back one. And
yeah, backed off to a 7 iron instead. And to be fair, like 6 was probably the club to get me there. On the side of caution, right?
Perfect miss straight up the hill here. And
so
what
yeah,
do you got?
Mate, thinking a little 9 iron. I just want to get it rolling. The wind's interface for me on this one. I'm just trying to get it up onto just on the front edge of the green there, and really just kind of run it up the hill.
Perfect.
So torn between that and a putter, because you could just theoretically putt this kind of.
I guess the 9 iron is just going to take this bit of unpredictability.
Exactly right. Take the little bit of the initial grass out of play and.
Pretty handy there.
We do love a little stabber. Stabbed it, but we'll take it.
That's why we take that club.
That's why we take the 9 iron, right? All right. So solid chip shot. Gonna
right to lefter.
Little right to lefter. Yeah, nice.
Beautiful. We'll take 3. Straight in there, I think, for you, DB.
I think so. Doesn't look like there's a lot of break from 2 feet.
Good 3, mate. Very good.
All right, so for the view of the camera angle is a bit strange because we're about as far back as you can get here.
We are indeed. So if we said the last hole was hard, we're actually on index 1 now. This stretch just keeps on giving on the back 9 at Carbrook. It's really the tougher of the 2 9s, and this little stretch coming up is, probably the hardest. So we've got index 1, 425 metre par 4. Water carry tee shot's not really in play, I guess, for us, but for some of the members, it can actually be quite a carry if the wind's. We do have a bailout fairway over on the left.
Which the ladies in particular, they tend to use that space, and some of our older members, they'll play in that direction.
Yeah, but I guess for us, we're just looking straight away, and it's nice and wide. There's a bit of tree line on the left, Just try and keep it up the right side.
And the fact we've been getting so much rain, we're not going to get that little sneaky bit of run out that we potentially would. So it does play every bit of 425.
Hopefully land it on the road that's up there.
Yeah, a little necky, but dead straight.
Yeah, we'll take that.
We'll take them ones.
Just bombs away for you, DB, baby draw.
Yeah, that's the plan. Just try and leave that club somewhere behind me and wake up the hips. Just about there.
Perfect. Very nice.
All right, so you just said 180 metres.
Yep. Yellow pin, so back pin.
Preferred line, you've done something smart there, I noticed, because you're just on the cuff of the rough and fairway. I noticed you gives you a nice perfect...
Yeah, just trying to get myself nice, easy access into the back of the ball. I just don't want grass caught in between.
So, club-wise, obviously 180 metres is a long way.
180 is normally 6 iron, bit downwind, and obviously pin being at the back, I don't really want to go long, so I'd rather just play to land front of the green, go back to 7 iron, and yeah, just trust I can hit a nice one. Awesome. Wind a little off the right, so maybe just play it middle right and hit the natural.
Good first bounce, that could be good.
A bit short, just a little heavy out of that wet stuff, but
all right,
DB. So yeah, 170 to the pin, just over the road. Obviously got a nice first bounce, I reckon.
Yeah, just using the old boy bounce off the asphalt there. Like, to be fair, very similar to what you said yourself. For me, my only thought was distance to front edge of the green on here.
Yep.
If I can get a fly, like a bit of a jump, which it's wet, it's coming out the rough. I feel like it might skid up the green, so more downwind on my angle. I know it sounds crazy, but just a little bit further right, a bit more down. We'll just go more right edge of the green.
Yeah,
I think it might
aim
just,
for the middle on the finish.
Trying to just, whatever wind is there, hopefully it's going to help and it'll just turn over a smidge.
Flush, just not turning over
dead straight,
enough, but
you don't mind dead straight, but
right edge. Yeah, just short right
as well.
That's fine. No real damage done.
Nope.
Not really where we wanted to hit it, but
absolutely
we're both safe.
Absolutely.
So I guess we're probably just a little shorter than we thought. Obviously, air's quite heavy at the moment. We just might have misjudged the flyer and the wind. And
even pros get it wrong sometimes. Like
yeah.
So
about 40, 50 metres.
Yeah, 40 metres to go. Mate, I'm gonna try. Look, I'm gonna try something different. Okay. So I've got my pitching wedge here. Genuinely inspired by a video I saw this morning.
Yep. And try and run it up that hill.
Yeah, just try and land it on the front edge of the green, but being a pitch wedge, it should skid a bit more.
Yeah.
I just feel like if I do use a sand iron, I hit it good, and we get any spin, it will just kill it into the slope. So we're just trying to get a little bit, make sure we get it up onto the top level if we can.
Just missed the
I've missed the landing spot.
It's got the fringe.
Oh, no.
That's all right. That's so awkward.
All right, coming out the rough, sloping the green, kicking it to the left.
Yeah, big ridge in the middle as well. It's about as awkward as it gets landing-wise. I'm just thinking I'm going to trust that it's not going to spin a lot wet out of the rough. Just going to land it halfway up that ridge and hope it releases up there.
Yep.
It's got 56.
Yeah, that's nice. Very nice.
I'll take that every day. Flag in?
Yeah, leave the flag in. I'm just going to do a quick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so 41 feet there or thereabouts. Not the
all about speed here, isn't it? Can't really be aggressive. It's running away once it gets up there.
There's a huge slope here. Mate, this is one of those you have to just think 2 putts and run away, and except that there was 2 shots in that hole there that I probably could have played better.
Yep. Yeah, well, I mean, we just missed your spot by a foot, really. Landed between fringe and green. Take 5 and...
Yeah, this is feels like it's about 6 foot to the... All right, technical difficulties there. Camera fell over in the wind, so Gus is going to hold it for us. Yep. It's only getting stronger, this wind, so I'm going to go what feels like about 5 feet outside the right.
Nice to see that flag going sideways for him up there. That's pretty good. Maybe just carrying a touch too much speed.
Just straight over your marker.
Not bad, just a little bit of work left. All right, DB, little bit of work. Grain's kind of just maybe a smidge into the right. Maybe just inside left edge. And
yeah, I think that's a pretty good read, just inside the left.
Yeah, good 5 in the end.
Yeah, we'll take it. Old man like myself.
Mine should just be pretty well dead straight from here. Firm
and in there. It's at the bottom of the cup, and that is all that matters.
That is a scrambling 3 holes. So yeah, thanks for joining us for another 3 holes. That's holes 10, 11, 12 here at Carbrook Golf Club. A little bit scrappy there. Obviously, plenty more rain out here at the club. We're doing our best to get out. And
yeah, and mate, you know what? Like we've just shown there how hard Carbrook can be when you get a little bit of wet on the ground and some wind.
Yeah.
I think the members in particular, probably cut themselves some slack when it's blowing, and it blows fairly regularly. Yeah. This is a tough golf course, and this stretch of holes is nice, very tough. So, mate, we'll get on to 13 and see if we can maybe pick a birdie up or two.
Beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on holes 13 to 15 shortly.